Hello, this is Nicholas here. Today we are going to be discussing how to choose between web app and mobile app for your idea, right? I believe and I actually think I have discussed this before, in one of my videos, but maybe I have not gone in depth. I actually got the idea to talk about this from a client. The client just reached out to me and he's actually confused whether to start with a web app or a mobile app, right? For his idea that he wants me to develop for him. Now, I've discussed with him, and it comes down to finances at the end of the day, in a way. So, let me explain myself, right? If money is not a barrier, or if money is not a factor in deciding what you want to do, whether web app or mobile app, there are um situations whereby it does not even make sense to build a mobile app. Let's say you're building a SaaS application that has to do with spreadsheets or documents, or something that requires the users to have a large screen in most cases to operate and enjoy how it works. It does not make sense to build a mobile app for that, right? It actually makes more sense to have that SaaS application on the web, because it is going to be easy for the users to use. The users know that you really want to use it, they would need a bigger screen, right? And it's just much more easier, right? So now if the users, as they're using the web, are now saying, hey, we need a mobile app for this, maybe we want to use the mobile app for analytics tracking, check how much we are making in a day, for basically analytical reasons, yeah, then you can now go ahead to do the mobile app. Now, there are situations whereby I would also inform you, if money is not a factor, yes, go ahead to do both the web and the mobile application, because it is going to help you get the word out there about your product, and it is also going to help you um um in terms of marketing as well, and usability. That's your users finding it easy to use your product. For example, bill payments, right? If you are building a bill payments application in Nigeria and money is not a factor, it does not make sense to just do only web. It's best to do web, Android, and iOS, because most people that want to use your product to perform a bill payment activity, right? They will find it easier to do it or as an app rather than going to the browser to do www dot and check your domain name and start following through the process on the web. So if money is not a factor, I would say do web, Android, and iOS. Now, if money is a factor, let's discuss that angle. Um, I would say 99% of the time, do just web and start with web and gradually grow from there. As the MVP grows, you can now do an application. However, there are situations whereby no matter if money is a factor, there is no escaping it. You need to do a mobile app. Let's say, for example, your platform requires the native capabilities of the mobile device. It's connected to the Android OS or the iOS or operating system, right? Maybe it's using Bluetooth, or it's using maybe videos, the synchronization, something of that nature. But is using the native OS capabilities. I remember when I was in school, there's an application called Zenda for file sharing. It does not make sense to have that kind of application as a web. It really doesn't make any sense, right? So it has to be a mobile app. So in a situation like that, definitely mobile app first. Then you can just have like a simple landing page that will take people to the mobile app, maybe Android or iOS, that will give details about what the um application is all about. However, those are very unique cases. Yeah. And sometimes when the client comes with ideas like that, they actually even already know that it's going to be a mobile app. Now, if money is a factor, I would suggest web app first. There is no even ways about it, because web app would actually help you a lot when it comes to uh marketing, to know if your MVP is actually useful in the market. It's easier to find a product market fit if it is a web app, and it's easier for you to get the hosting, set it up quickly, in fact, in a day. And this is one of the cons of you thinking if money is a barrier that you want to start with mobile app and you are not connecting to any of the native capabilities of the mobile device, right? It takes a lot of processes to have your application on Google Play Store or Apple App Store, right? Um, you would need to verify your identity. First and foremost, you will need to get a Google Play Console account, which is not free. Currently is a one-time payment of 25 USD, right? So you get that sorted, then you need to verify your identity. And I'm slowly seeing that Google is trying to push people to have an organizational account, yeah, rather than a personal account. I'm gradually seeing that occurring small. So that means you will need to have a business name, or a corporate, a CSC, limited liability company, with a corporate account and all those good stuff, right? And you will need to verify your organization, obviously, which means you will need to have a DUNS number. So you need to get a DUNS number. Then you now, after doing all that, you now need to submit your application. Your application needs to also be approved by Google before it is displayed on the store. So you can see you need to go through a bunch of processes just to get the app on Google Play Store. And if it is something you can easily launch on the web and quickly start doing your marketing to find your product market fit, it might slow you down, right? And this is just on the Android side. Now, coming to the iOS side, you need to verify your identity as an Apple developer. And Apple, actually, you would pay $99 per year. Unlike Google, which is a one-time payment of 25 USD, right? And you would now need to, after making bearing the payment in mind for Apple, you would obviously get your DUNS number and set up your organization account. Apple needs to verify that. Then once they verify that, you'll now be able to make payment, then enroll, create your identifier, your certificate, your profile, then set up your package, which is your app, on App Store Connect. Apple now needs to review your app and have the app on the stores if it is approved. If it is not approved, they'll give you reasons why it did not work. Yeah. And why it cannot move further, and you need to fix those issues. So it is a lot of process getting it on the stores. And if money is a factor, it's best to just go straight with the web. I've not seen a situation where side by side, mobile apps are cheaper than web app, right? If it is an idea you just want to test in the market, it does not require mobile device native capabilities, like I've been saying over and over again. It really doesn't make any sense to ignore the web and start with the mobile app. In fact, I'll go further to tell you, once you have it on the web, before you even start doing the mobile app, try and have at least a large number of users. Let it be that they are the ones now begging you to create the application. That is what I would say. I would even go way further than that. Yep. Rushing to start the mobile app sometimes does not actually even help you, right? So this is my own 2 cents on how to choose between web app and mobile application for your idea. Now, if you have further questions regarding this, feel free to send it in the comments, and I'll try and assist the way I can. If you're interested in any of my services, you can check out my portfolio site and reach out to me directly. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.